Maryland Terps Esports Broadcast Center. Hello and welcome back to the University of Maryland Terps Esports Broadcast Center. It's so great to be back in the studio with you all. My name is Ariz.
And I'm Nolan, and it's a great night for some Terps Rocket League Premier action.
That's right, Nolan. But before we dive into the matchups, I have a very important announcement to make. 3, 2, 1. I am happy to announce that our Rocket League Premier team has qualified for the BEC LAN tournament in Chicago, taking place on the weekend of March 6th.
Yeah, make sure you guys book off your whole weekend, as we'll be having our own broadcasts for you to follow along as the Terps attempt to bring home the BEC trophy.
We have even more good news. This day just keeps on getting better and better. We have a doubleheader tonight. The Premier team will first feature in a play versus season match at 7:30, then in a CCS season match at 8:15.
It's going to be an exciting broadcast tonight. But before we get into the action, let's go over the rules of your typical Rocket League match. If you've never played the game before, Rocket League is a fast-paced, high-octane version of soccer where cars flip, dive, and perform tricks in midair in order to evade the opposing team and put the ball in the goal.
In the 7:30 play versus match, the Premier team will face the University of North Carolina Chapel Hill Tar Wheels. This is a regular season match, best of 5 for the play versus league, where Maryland currently holds an undefeated 2-0 record.
And after that, Terps will compete against the Purdue Esports team in a collegiate conference series best-of-5 league matchup. The CCS record so far for Maryland is 4-0. It's been a great start to the season, and it's going to be a full night, so make sure you stock up on snacks for these games ahead.
Absolutely, Nolan. I might go to the vending machine myself after this, but on that note, it's time for us to introduce you to the 2026 Terps Rocket League Premier roster.
Yeah, first up, we have the engine, Turtle. He's kept this team going strong for years now, and he knows what it takes to drive them to victory.
Next, we have the prodigy, Cozy P. Absolutely mind-blowing what he's capable of, and guess what? He's only a freshman.
And last but not least, we have the anchor, Hexy. Nobody's better at showing up day in and day out than him, and the Terps need him in those close moments.
And here to answer a few questions, we've got Hexy. Hey Hexy, thanks for joining us.
Anytime, man.
How's this semester going so far?
Semester's been going good.
How would you describe the team's start to the season?
I think we started off pretty strong. We're currently undefeated, and we're looking pretty good so far.
That's great to hear. Also, congratulations for qualifying for the BEC LAN tournament.
Thank you.
Anything you want to tell the fans as the tournament approaches in less than 3 weeks from now?
I would say thank you to everyone supporting us and watching our games, and we'll try to get a trophy for you guys.
Yes, thank you fans very much for supporting us, and hopefully we will get that trophy. On that note, that concludes our pre-show for this Rocket League match. We'll be right back after the commercial break.
I'm Greg, also known as Sind, and I'm an initiator player for the Valorant Premier team.
I'm Kazu, and I go by NJV, and I'm the coach for the team.
I'm Richard, and I go by Pickle Richard, and I'm the duelist player.
Pretty fun. I definitely liked all the guys I was playing with. It's fun to get in the server with them. Sometimes it can be a little bit of a challenge balancing it with other things, but
Yeah,
it's definitely something that I enjoy doing a lot.
yeah, making like all the friends that we made through this team, so it really makes me happy. So it's like really awesome that we did this.
Yeah, I think I had really fun times on this team. I played well every single game.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. I think my favorite moment was map 5. I think that was a really fun match.
The
Yeah.
grand finals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
the
was
grand
fun.
final. Yeah.
Remember what map it was?
I don't remember that.
Oh, it was Sunset.
It was Sunset.
Yeah.
And you played Rays.
Yeah, I played Rays.
Yeah, no, that map was really intense. Like, it was super, super hard. The pressure was definitely on. Like, it was super late at night. It was at midnight or
It
something.
was very late. It was really late.
1 a.m. or
Like my favorite one was probably the first match of the season.
Oh yeah.
First time in the studio together.
Oh, in the studio.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. It
That
was
was
like
fun.
fun seeing all the Academy boys in the studio. So that was sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
For as much flack as we give him for being terrible at the game, he's actually
Yeah, if you watch our
He's
games
actually a very
while
good
I play, you'll be surprised. Like, I hear Hollis is guy my coach a lot.
Yeah.
Like a weird amount of time.
but I think Kazu's a great addition for him. I love him.
Yeah, I love
He's
having
great.
him here.
You love Valorant.
He's very wholesome.
He is very awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
He's radiant. Remember that.
I'm ready to remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
His timeouts have improved a lot too. As someone who's seen him coach over the last like 2.5 years.
Yeah. I
Your
coached
your
him
old
for a while.
timeouts were
Yeah, that was when I was
Great.
a little baby boy coach.
yeah, but
Baby
now
coach.
he's improved a lot.
Yeah.
I really like having him as a coach.
Thank you, Gregory. Wow, this is great. Let's do this more often.
That's the most praise you've ever heard.
He got an ego boost for free today.
That was awesome.
Hello and welcome back. Extremely shortly, we will begin this matchup against UNC, and I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see what the Terps do. They have been really, really strong and competitive to start the year. And Purdue has been a solid team, but they do have a couple losses on the season. So, in theory, Maryland's going to come into this as the favorite. But, of course, you know, when you're looking at these teams, anything could happen.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Let's see what happens to Purdue, but in the meantime, let's see if we can also defeat North Carolina. I believe they also are 2-0 in the play versus, so one team is going to come out with an undefeated record while the other one will have a 2-1 record. So fingers crossed, Maryland wins this and end up 3-0 after this.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see. The Terps and North Carolina are 2 of the 3 undefeated teams through 2 games in their conference. The other one, Akron, the team that is ranked number 1 in the country right now, that won the last CCS tournament. Whoever wins this game is really going to be looking like they're a very good shout for the number 2 seed, and if they can pull something off, they could even get top seed out of the conference heading into the tournament later this year. But it really cannot be overstated how good Maryland's momentum is right now. I mean, this trio that is playing tonight of Haxie, Turtle, and Cozy P has been stellar to start the year.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, just already in the streams that I've broadcasted, when I'm watching, it's like am I watching like RLCS and for the viewers that do not know, that is Rocket League Champions Series, where like the best of the best in Rocket League, they participate, and honestly, it looks like I'm watching an RLCS just in my backyard of Maryland.
Yeah, the Terps have some serious talent here, and that's without even mentioning Waiters, the alternate of the team. There are some really, really talented players out there who are going to be doing their best to end up with a trophy. I mean, we talked about it earlier. That BEC tournament is very exciting, and while that may not be the one the Terps end up with, overall through this year, this feels like probably the best chance this team has had to win some silverware in a while.
Yeah, definitely strongest season in so long. And I mean, I, along with you viewers watching, am hoping that we come up with at least one piece of silverware, one trophy. But I mean, at the same time, why cap ourselves at one? Why not all three?
Yeah, no, there's certainly all in the cards for right now. The way that Maryland's going to be able to progress throughout the rest of the season will be interesting. We've already seen a lot of great teamwork from them. Feels like there are times where the team drops in concentration for a little bit. They let their opponents get back in. They got to sit back down, pull the classic forward lean, lock back into the matchup. But Maryland, when they're clicking, that combination offensively, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, and then also defensively, I know you mentioned the kind of lapses in concentration, but those are usually short-lived because our defense is also on its good day, which most days are good, absolutely a brick wall in front of goal. It's so difficult for teams to score against us, and that's just the beauty of Maryland as a program and as a Rocket League team, our Premier League team. We have a great balance in offense and defense, and that is one reason why we should be honestly favorites for at least some silverware.
Yeah, no, certainly. I think at the end of the day, you can kind of attribute some of that to the team just letting off the gas pedal a little bit when they feel like they're in a comfortable spot. But when every game matters, especially coming down to the skinny end of the season, there's going to be some serious pressure. And we'll end up seeing what happens, but there is something really interesting about the way that this team is set up. I mean, we've got Waiters back in the studio, of course, somebody who was formerly on this team, came back because he loves this environment, loves the community, loves his teammates, and he's here just to take in the sights with the rest of us.
Yeah, so his position right now is he is a sub, but while during his free time, he actually comes to these streams, watches film in real time, analyzes, assists the players. He, along with the entire team and the coach, they all just want the best for this. And that's what's beautiful. The team chemistry of this team is absolutely remarkable.
Yeah, no, they all want this. I mean, we've talked about Turtle a lot through the year. Of course, his last semester, he's going to be going off and being a dentist, pulling teeth. But right now, he has to pull off as many flip resets as he can to keep the ball in the air on his and Maryland's season. Not let that clock run out and hit zero when he'll have to say goodbye.
Yeah, no, definitely. As you mentioned, for it being his last season, he knows the stakes are all-time high. That motivation may very well be what differentiates us from no trophies and yes trophies.
Yeah, it really might be, and I know the rest of the team wants to do things for Turtle as well. You know, they are hoping to support. They want to get their guy to a place that he's always been. But for now, we are going to send you to the place of ads because there is a little bit of a mix-up with the teams. We'll be back here for the first game shortly.
I think by the end of the season, like now, we play together. Everyone kind of jokes around a little bit more and kind of shines their natural ray. We're excited just to see them play better as well.
With the middle school program, the best part has been seeing the moments of teamwork where the middle schoolers really seem to get the game. And so that's when you can see they're starting to get a little bit hooked on how esports can be so fun.
Off game, or will red turn things around?
I think by the end of the season, like now, we play together. Everyone kind of jokes around a little bit more and kind of shines their natural ray. We're excited just to see them play better as well.
With the middle school program, the best part has been seeing the moments of teamwork where the middle schoolers really seem to get the game, and so that's when you can see they're starting to get a little bit hooked on how esports can be so fun.
Off game, or will red turn things around?
All right, welcome back, everybody. We are still here in the Terps Esports broadcast studio. We are waiting for these games to tip off, but before we get back into it, Aras, I want to talk to you about your Rocket League journey because obviously for the viewers at home, we are not good enough to be on this team. We are nowhere near good enough to be on this team. These are some supremely talented players, but Aras has been putting in the work recently, hasn't he?
I have, actually. I have been playing quite recently, as my schedule allows it, but yeah, I actually, not trying to toot my own horn, but I did hit Champ 2, which I believe I've hit before in the past. But I don't know. I mean, the way I'm kind of viewing Rocket League for myself right now is if I make it past Champ 2, I may attempt to try out for the team. But that being said, we are starting for the next match.
Yeah, I mean, you could end up on that academy team, which, of course, is a very talented group of individuals as well. It would be a bit of a shame to see you go from the broadcast booth, but we have you here right now for game 1 of the night.
There we go. Hexy to start off the play. Unfortunately, doesn't get a touch on it, but there's Cozy. Let's see what Cozy can do from here. Unfortunately, his attack was stopped, but there's Turtle trying to pass it towards Cozy. Oh my goodness. What a shot from Hexy. Wow.
And the goal from Cozy gets Maryland started up 1-0. That was just all sorts of sustained pressure. And then the little flip out from Hexy put it right on Cozy's car. That is exactly how the Terps want to get this one started.
Yeah, no, that's a great statement goal in the beginning. States the mood, demonstrates the mood, and they show UNC that Maryland is not playing around.
Yeah, I mean, as you said earlier, maybe UNC's taking a while to show up because they're scared of Maryland? Got to be a little bit nervous coming into a game like this and giving up a goal like that.
Yeah, and let's see what's going on right now. Hexy gets a bit faked. It's a nice fake. I do have to let's see what Turtle can do. Oh, what am I watching? Honestly, like when I mentioned earlier, this is like I'm watching RLCS. This is just beautiful. Turtle almost gets that shot off, but Cozy there to get his second goal.
Yeah, I mean, Maryland's really piling on the pressure now. North Carolina, there's not much they can do to respond. Turtle is going to be able to try things like that a lot more tonight. It's going to be a fun series for the Terps. You've got to think from the first minute.
Yeah, and here I thought that, this is like maybe the Purdue matchup will be a bit, will take place a bit later. But, I mean, if it goes like this, maybe Maryland's able to pull off a sweep.
Yeah, and if they do, that would keep Purdue on time for that 8:15 start. But, of course, you never know what's going to happen in Rocket League.
Yeah, no, just looking at these players, like from a mechanical perspective, they are playing extremely well. And the way they're applying pressure is just absolutely great.
Yeah, I mean, Barris made the save there, but it was a little bit of a soft one. Maryland's just doing these little things to keep the ball in the UNC net.
And there's another goal by Turtle. Who else but Turtle gets the third goal in the game? Already a minute 30 seconds in. I don't know if UNC can come back from this, honestly.
Yeah, a little bit of a cheap goal from Turtle. It was Cozy's shot that ended up getting very close, and Turtle's car was just in the way to redirect it. That's what, in Rocket League, they love to call stealing a goal. When your teammate does all the work, you're there right at the end for a little tap to put the ball in. And you know, at this level, I don't think they care too much, but maybe they care a little bit.
Yeah, and right here, again, Cozy goes for that right there, tries to get a touch, another goal. This honestly might be one of the most dominant wins I've seen, or dominant games and dominant openings to a series that I have ever seen from Maryland.
Yeah, certainly. UNC came in winning 2 series, losing none. One of those was against Ohio State. Both of these two teams did sweep the Buckeyes in the early goings of the group stages, but, I mean, Maryland looks like they are on another planet right now.
And, I mean, just look at that chemistry. Look at that pass to Turtle. Unfortunately, not able to make much of that attack. But, again, with rotations, we're back, and the next attack is bound to start soon.
Yeah, Maryland's doing what it can to really alleviate the pressure now. The first time North Carolina's had any sort of shot near the goal, but that from Barris was just wide.
Yeah, and right here we can see that Cozy's applying pressure right there. 50 goes not in Cozy's way, but Hexy tries to pass it to Turtle. What can Turtle do from here? Unfortunately, his attack stopped in the middle.
Yeah, that's Quandarius Dingleton with an excellent read off the backboard. Quandarius Dingleton? Yeah, I think that's Quandarius Dingleton. You know, that's my analysis for that piece. Is his name is Quandarius Dingleton.
Yeah, I don't know what much else to say about his play style except that his name's just Quadarius Dingleton or
something like that.
Yeah,
close enough.
Something along those lines.
At the end of the day, Maryland's not going to care what his name is. All they see is that he's low on boost in net, and Hexy's able to pop it over him to make that 5-0.
I mean, just in this game, we've just seen the mechanical brilliance of this team. Hexy with the flip reset to play it up out of the reach of 2 players to get us the 5th goal.
Yeah, no, that's total domination from Hexy. The Terps are looking great right now. Got to think vibes are good in that studio right now, and you know why they're also good? These guys got pizza.
They got pizza and we do not, but unfortunately for us, but fortunately for you guys, pizza, no pizza, we will keep the energy up during this broadcast.
Yeah, no, we are hungry, but we are hungry for some good Rocket League too, and we're getting plenty of that from Maryland as the Terps are again just able to slice apart whatever UNC tries to create offensively.
Yeah, and as we can see throughout this game, unfortunately a goal goes UNC Chapel Hill's way, but just the chemistry amongst our team is just absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. You can see the passes in the pitch. You can see it all. And, I mean, it's just beautiful to watch this unfold.
Yeah, it's a goal from Fnatic. Great assist from Quandarius Dingleton.
Yeah.
But, of course, now Quandarius Dingleton gets himself a goal off the kickoff, and all of a sudden, things are a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, right here you can see Fnatic gets a good kickoff. Quandarius Dingleton cheats, and if you don't know what that means you're, as the kickoff is going on, you're going closer, and it goes this way, Dingleton's way, Mr. Dingleton's way, to make the game 5-2.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you got to think Maryland lets that happen because at this point, they're just trying to play to let the clock run out. They're not too focused on scoring. But sometimes you try stuff like that, and it just happens to work.
Again, Hexy is just absolutely playing he's playing great. Great touch from Cozy. Plays it where no one can reach it for the 6th goal. Just when UNC thought they maybe have a chance, Cozy's able to put that goal away.
Yeah, no, that is a beautiful goal from the Terps. Perfect example of that teamwork and that combined effort we were talking about. I mean, this team is able to do great things together.
Yeah, honestly, this is just beautiful to watch right here. But Hexy gets the save. Let's see what he's able to do. Dingleton gets the nice 50 in his favor, gets a good read, passes it down to Fnatic.
Just too much of a jump from Fnatic there. He got out of the way of the bump, but could not get to the ball.
Yeah, and right there you can see that Cozy was trying to set up Turtle for a pass, but it was unfortunately beat by a tar wheel.
Oh, no, it wasn't just a tar wheel. It was the tar wheel.
The tar wheel.
There he is again, trying to go up, but Cozy doesn't get the shot off, so no fun for Quandarius Dingleton this time.
Yeah, Hexy plays it right here, gets the boost, is playing a bit of defense. Again, Fnatic just cannot do anything. It seems like he's playing so nervy right now.
Yeah, but Maryland is going to see this one hit the ground sooner or later, and there it is. The Terps have won Game 1 by a dominant 6-2 scoreline, and you got to say, you're feeling really good right now if you're Maryland. I mean, the way those first 90 seconds went to score 3 goals, felt like Maryland was really the only team that had a chance in that time. So they keep the pressure up.
Yeah,
Feels like we might be here for a short one.
Honestly, I mean, I just want to see good Maryland Rocket League, and most importantly and ultimately, I want to see a win out of the series. After that game, after that match, I can comfortably say that Maryland is looking like the better team out of the both. But we will see if UNC is able to adapt their game strategy and come back stronger, or if Maryland is able to adapt their strategy and maybe keep a clean sheet their next match.
Yeah, no, I think at the end of the day, though, the Terps, once you're getting those leads, I mean, it's the Rocket League way, right? You're feeling good, you're up a bunch, you have the freedom to just kind of try and do something cool. We saw it with that last goal from Cozy, the perfect pass in midair, ball that bounced off the post and in. Just a beautiful aerially worked shot. Maryland's going to try and get some clips out of this one if things keep going this well. But for now, it is time for Game 2.
Yeah, this kickoff goes directly to Cozy, plays it over one person. Does he get the flip? He does, but unfortunately not able to do much from there.
Yeah, Quandarius Dingleton trying to go up now, but the ball goes out of his control and Maryland can break.
And Cozy nearly... Wow. Again, big dominant goal in the beginning. First 18 seconds, Cozy just barely gets it. Gets an unlucky touch from Barris, and Fnatic and Hexy play a bit of tiki-taka, but in the end, it ends up in UNC's goal.
Yeah, no, that is, again, the start the Terps need. 18 seconds. There's nothing that the Terps are not going to be able to get done in this series if they are going to put their minds to it. As Hexy gets the ball taken away from him there. Is this a worry?
I'm not saying, I wouldn't say that's necessarily a worry, just a bit of, like, Hexy had no boost, weird angle from Cozy, unable to hit it. Turtle wasn't necessarily expecting that, and it goes right over Turtle's head for, I'd say, a whiff. But that being said, I still think Maryland seems stronger so far in this game.
Yeah, no, Quandarius Dingleton does end up getting the goal for UNC, though, and it's tied for now. Hexy's trying to change it, but good save from Quandarius Dingleton.
Yeah, and you can see Cozy right there. I think he was trying to get a pass off, and not the pass he wanted, but almost led to a goal right there.
Yeah, Maryland is certainly on the attack right now. And what a goal that is from the Terps. Beautiful passing play with really no boost.
Yeah, no boost at all. Cozy fakes out 2 people, and that's just beautiful to watch. You can see the faces of our players on the left, and you can see they're just having a blast. I mean, definitely trying to win, but they're having a blast, and I think that is going to be what's key to not only just win this match, but go challenge for trophies, because confidence is key.
Yeah, no, Maryland needed something exactly like that. Just a little play to work out in their favor. That's the skill difference that you'll see sometimes in Rocket League, where that team just cannot compete with a move like that. When you fake them out, it's really tough to.
And right there, looks like we're going to get our third. Oh, just nearly. But again, going back to the team play and the teamwork of our team, all 3 players were involved in that attack, and unfortunately, Cozy wasn't able to get the power on that.
Yeah, but Hexy's doing his due diligence defensively, and Maryland gets the ball clear. Quandarius Dingleton will now have an opportunity, but 2 Terps up for that one. I don't know if you guys noticed that. 2 Maryland players flying in. That means at the end of the day, these guys are just playing. That's a weird little communication mistake that you don't normally see from Maryland.
Maybe it's a psychology trick. Maybe they're just trying to apply more pressure, and then someone fumbles, and maybe they crack and ends up in another goal. But who knows?
That could be too, but we'll see how the Terps do. Right now, Cozy gets the control and gets the reset, but a hit from Turtle means that hit's not as good as it could have been.
Yeah, and right here, let's see if Barris can do anything with that. And unfortunately enough for him, Turtle's there. Just stops the attack right there.
Yeah, Dingleton gets a nice ball off the top, and Fnatic puts it in, though, and we are tied.
Yeah, right here from Dingleton. I mean, yeah, a bit of a lucky bounce, but Fnatic also does a great job right here to put perfect placement. I mean, we weren't able to save that. It's a great shot from Fnatic.
Yeah, it was. Maryland, half the game left. Can't feel too bad, but you do have to go out here and win these games, get them done if you want that pizza.
Yeah, for the pizza. But I do want to say that UNC definitely does look much stronger in the last game. And, I mean, it's working for them right now. But let's see if Maryland changes their strategy to kind of pull off a similar defeat like last match.
Yeah, I mean, with 2 minutes left, though, anybody's game, especially as Dingleton turns the corner and Cozy P tries to make a save. But that is straight power on the follow-up from Fnatic. And UNC has a lead.
Yeah, right there. I mean, the entire thing kind of started off when Turtle was trying to pass it to Hexy, but wasn't able to get the pass, leaving Cozy in a 2v1, and 2 cars are stronger than 1, and ends up in our goal.
Yeah, Maryland does not want to see that happen. It's tough for that to be the goal that puts you back because it just really, it's brute force. They just worked their way through.
Yeah, and right here, I mean, it seems that we kind of are having multiple double commits, and I mean, that's just not something you really want as a team. You want to have clear communication, but that being said, look back at our players, and it still seems like they're having a blast.
They are, yeah. I mean, minute 25, that's plenty of time for Maryland to do something, but at the end of the day, like, these Terps have got to try. I mean, Dingleton there again, where you need him to be with the save and the flip reset, but Hexy's getting it clear.
Yeah, and I mean, so far you can just see that just Maryland's just trying to get something going. The ball's staying primarily in our field, but let's see what we're able to do.
Yeah, it's a great pop up from Barris just to make things a little uncomfortable, but Maryland's going to work its way out, and Cozy's going to try, but that's a last-second block to prevent a sure goal.
And
Hexy.
A bit of miscommunication over there, and I think that might have put it away for this game. I kind of see what was going on. Hexy wasn't sure if Turtle was there or not, and then last-second decision, makes the wrong decision, and Dingleton's there to score.
Yeah, this is tough for Maryland to see. The players, they're amused. They know at the end of the day that's just a simple mistake in the teamwork and the communications.
Yeah, but I think one big lesson to take from that is that Maryland isn't going to let one silly mistake stop them like that right there. And as you can see, Hexy scores a beautiful goal, and just when I thought we were out, we are back in it.
Yeah, Terps looked like they did lean forward a little bit, locked in. Hexy gets it over Dingleton. Not where you need him always, I guess, if we're going to go back on that statement. Couldn't make the save, and now it's a one-goal game.
Yeah, let's see what we're able to do. I mean, for Maryland to win this, they just need to keep on applying pressure.
Yeah, and they tried there with that pinch from Hexy over, but Fnatic's in the way. He makes the block, and UNC back up 2.
You know, I like the idea right there, and honestly, if Fnatic wasn't there, that might have been a pretty high chance of a goal, but I think unfortunately what happened was Fnatic is reading the game, able to know that, oh, Maryland loves their pass, and he was able to stop that passing lane right there.
Yeah, the Terps are going to try and do something, but time is running out. 10 seconds left. It's going to need a quick effort up the field. Hexy pops it over 1, but Quandarius Dingleton able to make the stop as UNC is going to level this series at 1 game apiece.
Yeah, I mean, again, I do have to applaud UNC right there. They definitely adapted their game to, I mean, unfortunately for us, we ended up losing, but I think going forward, Maryland just needs to realize that, okay, we can't just do these simple passes. We need to work a bit more on rotation and kind of work a bit more on defense. You can see they're a really offensive-heavy team, and they're trying to score goals, but you can't score too many goals and give up more goals because, I mean, if you're scoring 5 and your other team's scoring 7, at the end of the day, that's a loss.
It certainly is, and the biggest factor in this game has been none other than Quandarius Dingleton.
Yeah.
This kid is electric. He is able to swing in from nowhere, and he just makes the play when you need him to. He's getting the goals. He's getting the saves. UNC is really getting a little carried right now, and the Terps are going to have to try and figure out how to shut him down in these next few games.
Yeah, I'm actually excited to see what Maryland do to try to stop Quandarius Dingleton. But yeah, I think you nailed that on the point. I think as of right now, as we've seen, it's just Dingleton doing most of the work. So, if we're able to stop or slow down Dingleton, maybe that puts us in a better chance to win this.
Yeah, certainly. But a level series, now you can just call it a best of 3. First team to win 2 games wins. Maryland's going to try and get it off to a good start with Cozy P going up from the air. Hexie gets the ball, and he goes for the double tap. It is a great save from Barris, but Turtle is there to put it home anyways.
Absolutely beautiful. Cozy passes to Hexie. Hexie gets the shot off. Great save by Barris, but unfortunately enough for us, Turtle is there to score.
Yeah, no, Maryland, again, gets the early goal, but UNC is capable of responding. The Terps are going to need more than one to get through this as Turtle gets the demo on Barris. Next he goes towards the net, and that's a straight kickoff beauty.
This is Hexie's world, and you're just living in it. He set up the first goal, scores this himself. Absolutely beautiful from Hexie, and I think what Maryland have realized is attack as quick as possible. Don't give it time. Don't slow. Just attack as soon as possible, and that's what's happened so far. And we start off with a 2-goal lead with much played and plenty game time to play.
Yeah, no, that's really what Maryland needs to see. Just get those goals back on the scoreboard, go back to having a lead, and you're just going to feel a little bit more comfortable. No team ever wants to chase like this. But Hexie almost makes it 3, but a good save. Cozy P, though, there to clean it up. That is P for perfect, the perfect start that Maryland could have asked for, up 3-0.
Yeah, no, following last defeat, I think this is the perfect game to just show that, oh my God, before you think you have a chance, we are still very dominant.
Yeah, no, this is what Maryland needs to see. And those demos, too, they're getting a little bit more physical in this game in a way that they didn't in the first 2.
Yeah, and honestly, this is just, it's beautiful that you can see when Maryland fully apply pressure, only good things happen.
Yeah, they are trying to put some pressure, but for the first time this game, UNC trying to put the pressure on their own, and that's a beautiful pass from Barris down to Fnatic. The goal for UNC Chapel Hill to get their account started in this game.
Yeah, that's a beautiful pass. Hexie was not expecting that. He was expecting the shot, passes it perfectly for Fnatic for them to get their first goal.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see for Maryland, but at the end of the day, that was a very well-worked play, and now you've got the chance to respond with Cozy P, but Aaron was up there to make the save. Wait, Aaron, where's Quandarius Dingleton?
Wait, this is not good.
Well,
it's good, but I enjoyed watching Dingleton.
Yeah, Dingleton was really putting in the work for this team, but if you look out there, it's Barris, Fnatic, and Aaron. I don't know if that's a mid-series substitution, if Dingleton just changed his name. He might have been in the chat seeing a little bit of the flaming that he's gotten so far, but that's a weird one. I don't think I've ever seen a team maybe change out like that mid-series, but it works for him there as Aaron sets up Fnatic.
No, but looking at it as a whole, great goal. Aaron shows what he brings to the team. Beautiful shot placement by Fnatic. But let's go back to the Aaron substitution. I actually think that's an interesting move because, you saw Dingleton's dominance in the last game, and who substitutes after you win the match? You expect that, if they're losing, you have to make changes, but if you're winning, you want to keep up that same momentum.
Yeah, and there's Aaron to equalize this game at 3. Terps look a little shell-shocked. This has been so fast a response from UNC to level it up.
I do want to note that maybe he changed his name because I do remember his name tag at the bottom, or Dingleton's, was Season 14 Grand Champion, and Aaron also has the same one, but I don't remember his exact tag or his card.
Interesting. That's great detective work, Ours. We're going to have to try and figure that out somehow. But right now, Maryland just has to figure out how to get a goal back. Turtle's pushing up, but that ball is deflected. Cozy tries to put pressure on Fnatic, but doesn't get there, so UNC's going to try to work the ball now. Turtle there with a flying clear, though. A chance. He gets it 1, 2, but Fnatic makes the save.
Yeah, that was beautiful team play from right there, and I mean beautiful save from Fnatic. But let's see if Hexy's able to do something from there.
Yeah, Cozy P's up now. What's he going to be able to do? Puts a little bit of a slow one off the backboard, and Barris tries to make Maryland pay, but Turtle back with a great save to keep this game even.
Yeah, and Cozy has a little 1v2 and plays it just nearly. He plays it away from the two other players, but unfortunately not able to get a goal from there.
Yeah, no, that was a great chance for Maryland, but Cozy just unable to convert there. And now Terps are going to maybe have to defend a little bit more now, but Hexy, no, doesn't quite get the clear popped out. Fnatic tries to center it, but Barris just can't get there in time. This game is on the nice edge right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really fun game to watch. Fun, yes and no. I mean, it's just a very back-to-back, end-to-end match, and it's just, you know that a goal's going to come, but for which team?
It is. Hexy puts Maryland back in the lead after some great work from Turtle. Puts it up softly off the side wall. That gives Hexy plenty of time to turn the car around, get the power shot on it, and that's a nice little Bardowski to get Maryland back in the lead.
Yeah, I wonder what Maryland will do after. Will they keep their foot on the gas, or will they try to play some more defense?
Yeah, no, this is certainly a time where Maryland could make the advantage hard to come back from, and Hexy's trying. Got two 50-50s in the middle. Won the first, not really the second, but Turtle in to put the ball in the middle. That just makes it a little bit more uncomfortable for UNC on the clear, though.
Yeah, and I mean, Turtle right there does good to play it away from the other one, but Fnatic right there passes it straight to Cozy P.
Yeah, now UNC trying to get the ball clear. They end up doing it with Fnatic, but not before a lot of pressure from Maryland, who then goes right the other way, but Turtle doesn't read the ball off the crossbar. They're unable to convert that wide open net.
Yeah, that honestly could have put it away, but it was just a weird bounce, and I mean, not much Turtle can do right there. But there goes Cozy P's demoed.
Yeah, what can UNC do with it? That's a great stop from Cozy, though. Got back, made the recovery off the ceiling. Maryland's going to do just enough, it looks like, but this one's not over yet. 6 seconds for UNC to throw the ball forward. Cozy P gets a touch, though, kills it around midfield. Gets the flip, pops the ball away. Hexy's keeping it up, but there is the game win for Maryland.
That's huge. Now going into the last, and no, not last, but potentially last, game point match. We're up 2-1. You can see that Maryland seem a bit more comfortable than UNC. UNC, however, are putting up a good fight, as I was not expecting after that first match.
Yeah, certainly not, but in a best of 5, anything can happen. The first of 2 tonight, of course. The Purdue game was scheduled to go off at 8:15, but looks like they're going to be a little bit delayed on that. To be determined whether we will go right there or have a little bit of a spot break in the middle. But for now, Maryland doesn't feel like it needs a break. There's nothing to recollect. You don't need to recover. You just got to go, go, go as we go into Game 4.
Yep, and let's see what UNC do to change. I guess that's what
There's your change. Yeah, no. There is your change. That is a fast start from UNC. Just finally able to get a kickoff goal to go their way.
Yeah, and I think, honestly, I'm going to call Aaron Dingleton Jr. because I want to say it is Dingleton, but I don't want to make full confidence, so I'll call him Dingleton Jr. But, yeah, Dingleton Jr. got a bit lucky with scoring an own goal right there.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, the own goal comes from the pressure the team forces, and UNC did get a great kickoff there. Cozy tries to get back to it, but Maryland's not able to do it. Yeah. I mean, this play versus table, you got to think Maryland's going to be in a good spot either way, but you would love to see a series win here.
Yeah, I think a series win would be great confidence going into the Purdue match, and I think Maryland should honestly, of course they are trying to win, but try to end this with a big statement win. So with full confidence going into a Purdue match.
Yeah, but of course before the statement you need a goal, and Turtle is there to provide just that for Maryland, get them back even.
Who else but Turtle, with his veteran experience, does perfectly to read the room, open net, and beautiful shot.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great block from Cozy P, just getting his big frame in the way, and because of that, Turtle's able to turn very quickly, and now Maryland can try and press the advantage, but Fanatics can have a chance to clear it off the backboard.
Yeah, and right there, their kickoff strategy was actually interesting. So the person who was diagonal that was closest to the ball, I believe that was Cozy, he actually did not go for the ball, and the middleman did.
Yeah, it can cause a little bit of a delay. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Maryland has tried to do a lot of different things with its kickoffs this year. Maybe you just don't want to get too predictable, but right now it's looking like that's going to be, and it is, a UNC goal. Aaron, maybe Quandarius Dingleton, whoever this kid is, puts the ball home. That is 2-1 to UNC.
Yeah, no, that Demino on Turtle was huge. I mean, Cozy P sitting in net with no boost, awkward angle. With Turtle out of the picture, not much Cozy can do right there.
Yeah, and I got to say, I did just do some research during that goal break. This is most likely Quandarius Dingleton, or at least Quandarius Dingleton was not supposed to be on the team in the first place. But there's a goal from Hexie before we get back to the really important stuff. Maryland does tie it at 2 goals apiece. Great drop-off from Turtle to just let Hexie come in and finish that one off. But there are 3 players on the University of North Carolina's roster. Those are Fnatic, Barris, and somebody named Aaron7932. So you got to think maybe Aaron's was Quandarius Dingleton the imposter all along?
I don't know. Maybe the change was Dingleton was maybe trying to throw us off, and that kind of backfired, as you can see in the first game, and that's where you realize Aaron's coming back out. Maybe it could even be an alter ego.
It could be. The alter ego nearly scores there, but Hexie's there to make the save, and now the Terps have an opportunity to break the other way, but it's a great catch from Fnatic off the wall to just control the ball and give himself time to get it away from the net.
Yeah, no, Cozy's doing. Maryland just in general are doing good to keep applying pressure, and I mean, as soon as they keep on applying pressure, something's bound to crack and go our way.
Yeah, they'll be looking for any sort of a crack they can now, but trying not to give it up the other way as that shot from Fnatic is just high.
Yeah, and I guess alter ego Aaron or Dingleton does a decent job to keep the pressure.
Yeah, but that touch from Turtle just puts the ball out of Maryland's control. They would have had the opportunity to break, but Turtle was just a little heavy with the ball there, and now we'll see what UNC can do, but Cozy P once again there with some great defense to put the ball away, and Aaron pops it back into his back corner. Looks like it's going to work out, but it could have been a dangerous touch for a second.
Yeah, that was a much... Wow.
Wow, what a goal from UNC. Fnatic and Aaron in the air. Cozy's laughing. He can't believe what he just saw. That was a beautiful, not quite a pinch, but a team play there. Just getting the ball in between the cars and forcing it towards the goal with some power. That took Maryland off guard.
Yeah, you just have to applaud that. But I think one of the biggest things looking at that, like possession or the open time, was that open play, was Maryland wasn't able to get a big clear. And the pressure, like when a pressure is constantly applied, all you need is a big clear to switch the momentum and flip the momentum into Maryland's hands.
Yeah, but of course, the other issue with the big clear is the quicker the ball goes away, the quicker it comes back. As Aaron is now going to be coming back towards the Maryland net, gets a flip reset, but Hexie's there to make the save, avoids the bump, and now he gets a little bit of a block in on Barris trying to get it, and Cozy sets it clear.
Yeah, that's a nice teamwork to get the ball in the other half, but let's see if Cozy's able to keep it in the other half.
Yeah, Turtle's up on the wall now. He gets a nice little pinch to pop it over one, but that's a great save from Barris to hold off on what would have been one of the best goals we would have seen in this studio.
Yeah, that could have been huge right there. But again, with a minute left, let's see if Maryland's able to pull off another goal, and let's see if this goes to OT or if Maryland's able to complete something in this game.
Yeah, Turtle with a little bit of a testing shot, but Fnatic was there to make the save. Barris tries to get it past midfield, and after a 50 with Cozy P, he does. But now Hexy's turn to control. A little bit of a 50 with Aaron, but Cozy sends it forward. Comes off the ceiling. Hexy tries, but Aaron's there to put some pressure on. Cozy again trying to round it up near midfield. He does. Gets a pop over one defender, but Aaron's back once again to make the stop. North Carolina up 1 with 12 seconds left in this one. Maryland's going to need something fast. Turtle pops it up, but Aaron's there again to make the block. Cozy P tries, but Aaron off the corner. Cozy P one last opportunity, but it's a great stop from Fnatic. What can Hexy do with 0 seconds on the clock? He puts it forward. Cozy P tries, but Barris makes the save. Can Turtle keep it up? He can, off the wall. Hexy's turn now. Try and flip it forward. Doesn't quite get the touch he wants. Cozy P pops it up. Oh, the pressure here, but Fnatic clears it away, and that's the game.
What a dramatic ending to that. I mean, that was fun to watch. Unfortunately, did not go our way, and we will be going into a Game 5.
Yeah,
Later,
what
go
a
home.
crazy ending there. Maryland had a few opportunities to try and do something, but Aaron Quandarius, whoever he is, that third man from North Carolina, proving to be the difference with many, many clutch moments defensively there to keep UNC in the lead and send us to that Game 5.
Yeah, and Purdue will just have to wait another game, but luckily enough for them, there will be no other games in the series after this. This is the final series, and let's see how Maryland take that loss and go into this match.
Yeah, no, Maryland cannot lose this game for the sake of everything that comes next. Got to feel like they have been the better team through these 4 games. They just have not converted that, as they'll try now with Turtle off the backboard. Perfect double tap to get Maryland once again started in the right direction.
Yeah, as you mentioned it once again, how many times have we seen Maryland scoring within the first 30 seconds? And it's just great what Maryland can do in the beginning, but let's see if they can hold on to that.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do as Fnatic beats Hexy on the kickoff, but Turtle pops the ball nice and high, throws it over to the side, but no teammate there to try and put that one towards the net. Instead, Maryland's now going to take it with Hexy through the middle. He misses. Cozy P's there for the shot, but it's low and down to Aaron, who makes the stop.
Yeah, I mean, right now we're doing a good job of applying pressure, not giving North Carolina any opportunities. The double bump play, the miscommunication, and there is our second goal by Turtle once again.
Yeah, that's exactly how you can create chaos in Rocket League. Bumps like that from Hexy puts Aaron out of position, so UNC can't make the clear. It bounces off Aaron, and Turtle's there to be able to punish the mistake, but really a great play set up by Hexy.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play nonetheless. And let's see now when Maryland's third goal comes, if it comes.
Yeah, no, the Terps are going to want to get more than a 2-goal lead. It may be said to be the most dangerous lead in soccer and car soccer, but Hexy's going to throw it towards the net now, and Turtle gets the redirect, puts it under the crossbar. There's your third goal, Aris.
Hat-trick hero, Turtle. I mean, look at him. Season 1 Supersonic legend. He's been playing the game just like a veteran. Veteran for the Maryland program. Veteran in this game. Beautiful way. With his veteran experience, he shows that, oh, don't worry, guys. We got this.
Yeah, no, that is exactly what Maryland wants to see. But where is Aaron? Where is Quandarius? Where is the response from UNC? There has to be something coming here. After 4 games of putting up a good fight, got to think they're not just going to let this one slip away.
Yeah, I'm actually curious to see what UNC do right here. I mean, we do know that they are capable of tying the game from a 3-0 lead or a big game. They are capable of tying this, but let's see if it happens.
Yeah, as Hexy gets a great touch off the backboard there. Cozy sends it towards the net, and Hexy gets the bump on the man in the goal. That is a dirty, dirty play, but that's 4 for Turtle, and the not-so-dirty Terps are looking like they've got a much cleaner game out here in Game 5.
Absolutely beautiful game. I mean, not only is the offense just flowing at all 4s, but also the defense. I've rarely seen any UNC opportunities. Let's hope it stays that way. But again, in that moment, teamwork is key. Everyone had a touch. Everyone played a role, played their role to perfection to get us our 4th goal. And Turtle, will he get a double hat trick this match?
You know, it certainly can. There's no saying never in Rocket League, but that's going to be a chance for Turtle that doesn't quite go in. Aaron gets the stop. But Fnatic gets a little pop-up, and Aaron will have a chance to do something with this. Puts it in the air over Cozy, past Hexy. Turtle gets bumped, but North Carolina cannot convert the shot.
Yeah, and then for those wondering, the prediction markets, Kalshi being one, they have a 33% chance that Turtle will get 6 goals by the end of this match. So let's see if they are right.
You found Terps Rocket League on Kalshi?
Maybe in another world.
Okay. All right. You know, I would have been impressed. They're everywhere, but I didn't realize they were that everywhere. But Barris is everywhere right now trying to get UNC back in this game as Aaron gets a shot, but Turtle makes the stop, and Hexy gets it clear.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, again, we're just doing great to just teamwork right there. A bit of miscommunication from it right there, but Hexy plays it down to Turtle. Fnatic's there to steal it, and let's see what UNC can do from here.
Yeah, that's a great fake from Aaron to put the ball under Cozy, but he doesn't get the ball past the final Maryland defender. Terps still up 4 with just under 2 minutes left in Game 5, but Fnatic's going to have a shot here. It's a hard one off the crossbar, though. Maryland will have the opportunity to get this one away.
And, I mean, what I'm hearing is, will this be Turtle's 5th goal right here?
You know, he's going to try, but Hexy's shot comes off the post, and Turtle's already rotated back. The Terps have learned. They know there's no reason to try and burn a 4-goal lead in the deciding game. These guys are locked in. They are really set up to do what they can to hold on as Hexy goes for the pass play, but the ball goes just under him.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, Maryland really need to get, I'm not Maryland, UNC need to get about a goal every 15 to 20 seconds, and, I mean, so far in 4 minutes.
Well, that's the commentator's curse right there as UNC gets the goal through Aaron. That's a tough spot ours, but
that is rough. And honestly, how many times has something like while I'm saying something and exactly what I'm saying hasn't happened does happen? Truly the commentator's curse.
Yeah, no, but really underappreciated there was the save before that, the perfect little squishy off the backboard, but Maryland's going to need some more saves as Aaron's there to put a second one in the net. 4-2 Terps, but the lead has been halved.
Yeah, and I mean, momentum looks like it's UNC's favor. 2 goals in a minute is still a very difficult task, but let's see if it happens.
Yeah, no, Maryland's going to need to really lock in these last 50-some seconds here, keep the ball away, but honestly, at this point, the more time that you can spend on the ball just delaying your next move, like that little drop from Turtle where he didn't go for a big aerial, but instead took it down to the ground where he could just 50 it away. And that is a great save from Hexy after another from Turtle, and then another one from Hexy for good measure. Maryland surviving an onslaught here. Turtle tries to throw it the other way, doesn't quite get goal side, but he centers the ball. Barris clears. It was a great little sequence from Maryland, Aris.
Yeah, great sequence from Maryland. Unfortunately, nothing comes of it, but I think the biggest thing to take from that is that the last 45 to 50 seconds have been drained without a goal for either team, most importantly being UNC. And now we have 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They can't even get their third goal. It wouldn't have mattered. There's Maryland to end the series off 3-2. Maryland had their moments of dominance, then moments where they kind of seemed a bit shaky, but overall, you can just see what Maryland is capable of doing when they are running at full speed.
Yeah, and I think this UNC team, at the same time, gave a little bit of a bad impression in that first game, which they ended up losing 6-2. The rest of the series did not feel like the Terps were playing a team that they beat 6-2 in an opening game. North Carolina warmed up, and they really put a lot of pressure on the Terps, especially when Maryland's communications weren't quite working.
Yeah, and honestly, like, if you're Purdue, you really are asking yourself, how do we win? But that being said, how will Purdue win? I don't know. We will see right after this commercial break. See you guys soon.
My name is Suman Kim. My in-game name is Carrots, and I'm the controller of this team.
My name is Hannah. My IGN is Tuxedo Sam, and I play Sentinel for the team.
My name is Sima. My in-game name is Care Bear, and I'm a flex.
My name is Megan. My IGN is Giraffe, and I'm an initiator.
My name is Sophia. My IGN is Soap, and I'm an initiator.
Hi everyone, I'm Ayush. My in-game name is Dulcexo, and I'm the coach.
For me, I think it was just really interesting to see like our names on like social media and like on a website. I'm just like, whoa, my name is on a website but so I think that was like the number one thing that kind of like just it brought the realization of like what kind of team I'm in, like what kind of position I'm in.
Meeting them. It's like hard to make a woman and non-binary friends in Valorant, so it's just really nice that we have like a team specifically for that.
The studio.
Yeah.
Oh, the studio.
Yeah,
oh, I didn't even know that existed. I didn't know that existed until like remember like when we first talked about the studio. I was like, "What's that?" When I first went to the room, I was like, "Oh, there's cameras and lighting." I'm just like, "That's
nice computer."
Nice computer.
The monitors
So
were crazy.
Winning.
Yeah. Winning.
Oh, so true.
Yeah.
W winning.
Getting that.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, I feel like
was pretty cool.
Hey. I would say supportive is definitely like Dusty and Rachel. Those two, just like making sure we had scrims down, making sure we had practice schedules down, like Dusty making sure like to pick out what we did wrong, just like, helping us improve. I think definitely.
Yeah, Dusty's a very present coach, so
Very.
it's like he's really reliable and helped us through the whole season.
Thanks, team.
Yeah, you'd even like schedule things for us,
like organize all those schedules.
help us map bands and like talk to
Stats,
them
yeah.
if like realize if one of them was like unranked or something. Breaking a rule, making teams forfeit.
Maybe we don't talk about that last part.
I would also say like our fans in chat, like on
Oh,
stream.
true.
So it was nice knowing
W
people
chat.
watching us.
And the haters.
Oh yeah.
Improve in the higher division.
Yeah, it is definitely more challenging because we're in a higher division now. But I think we could, like, with our coordination, I definitely think we could. We need to bring home another one of these.
It feels great.
Yeah.
You guys know this is the first title that Terps Esports has won.
Wait, seriously?
And by
Really?
women.
Yeah.
Oh, seriously? Oh,
First time.
cool.
I like playing Valorant.
Have an excuse to play games.
That's true. That's good.
For me, I joined because, I've always wanted to be on a women's team, especially since I got to UMD, and me and Dusty had always tried to make teams work every semester, and this was the first time it actually did work and stuck, and the people who tried out were committed. So I guess I've always just wanted to be on a women's team to connect more to that community.
To make friends.
So I had that gap, without a team for a while, and then I saw the form, and I was like, I really want to try this. This sounds fun. And then, yeah, I play Valorant too much. First of all, I did not imagine me being IGL when I first started, because I am, outside of my Lilac team, I am known as the no-brain, only aim chamber in comp. So I did not imagine myself being IGL. But I think if there were some difficulties in the beginning, because no one, I wasn't used to giving out comms. I was just very confused. But I think now it's just the amount of trust that my teammates give me when I give out comms, and the amount of coordination that we have. I just love being IGLing, because I trust that things will work out.
Hi, my name is Teddy Zielkowski. I am a 2022 graduate at the University of Maryland with a degree of Bachelor's of Landscape Architecture, and right now I am a Terps Rocket League coach. Yeah, I think one of the biggest factors of why they invited me to be the coach for the Rocket League team was that I played a lot, and I was actually like the Rocket League president of the club. I played for the collegiate team before Terps Esports was a program. So I was a huge person in this community for Rocket League. So they really wanted someone who was kind of like a cornerstone that built this community to come back and be the coach. The most important thing about my role would be just getting to know all the different players on the team. Everyone has different lifestyles, they have different play styles, so you really got to just get to know every single person so that you can help kind of connect them all together so they can play well on and off the pitch. My favorite part would just be seeing their improvements throughout the entire season. I mean, you start out and everyone's a bit awkward, everyone's kind of shy as well, and I think by the end of the season, like now, we play together, everyone kind of jokes around a little bit more and kind of shines their natural ray, so it's really fun just seeing, and they're also just getting better at the game too, so we're excited just to see them play better as well. I like the program, I like the direction it's going. There's obviously so much more work to do and figuring everything out, but I really like the direction we're going, and I think just the more time that we're working to grow the program, the more we're going to learn how to just be better as a program. I think one of the things that I really want to keep improving upon for like Terps Esports is just building a bigger community for all the games. So the Rocket League community has a really big community over in the club side. So it was really nice to see more people just like bonding together. People are just, instead of just seeing as like practices as being like a forced mandatory thing, people are like reaching out to each other and like they really want to play proactively with each other, and they're becoming friends as well. So it's not even like a team and we're just teammates and that's it, but it's more like we're staying up till like 2, 3 a.m. playing because we're having fun playing, and that's also helping them get better as well. So it like increases their like chemistry together and like just playing together as well, and they can handle losses better when they're a team and they're friends. So that's like a really good part about just building this community. I think one of the biggest things is just creating like a welcoming space for like beginners, and just like having it just be really welcoming, all skill levels included. That's something that we can try and do, and just create more diversity in the esports scene, just have more opportunities for other people to come, and maybe they're prodigies at a certain game or something. So when more people are playing the game and just creating more noise, then it's awesome for more people to just keep coming. It's almost like a trend.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Terps Esports studio as we are set to get into our second and final best of 5 series where the Terps will take on Purdue.
Yeah, this is going to be a match in the league CCS, which is Collegiate Conference Sports, I believe, and yeah, a series, and that will be. We're undefeated right now, I believe, including preseason matches. Our record is currently 4-0. So, I mean, let's see if we're able to advance to 5-0. That would be huge.
Yeah, it would be really big. And just for a reference point, these two teams did meet in round 7 of in round of 16 of the CCS Season 7 tournament last year. Both teams rolled through the first 2 rounds, but Maryland won the best of series between these teams 4-1. So we'll have to see how it plays out in this best of 5.
Yeah, and so far, I mean, the pressure is definitely applied from Purdue, and I mean, it's just going to be an interesting match for sure.
Yeah, Turtle's just being patient with it because he knows he didn't have the boost to compete. Cozy P gets demoed by Bill Revaseli, and
I didn't
Turtle
know you were French.
Enough to get by. but that is an excellent goal from the Frenchman, who is able to get away on the little ball, just gets in Maryland's way, a little thorn in their sides, and really makes them pay there.
Yeah, unfortunate for Maryland, but I mean, again, we beat them 4-1 in the last time we met, and so we know what we're capable of. We came off with a nice win off UNC, and let's just see how we continue on and roll with that momentum train.
Yeah, Plain gets it over one, but Cozy P takes it. Plain with the save. Hexy tries to drop it for Turtle, but Plain again with the save, and that's Rux Mustard 6-7 Kobe Goat. Okay, this is
that's just buzzword after buzzword.
Yeah, no, that.
Oh, and Turtle broke the Rule 1 right there. For you Rocket League viewers who do not know what Rule 1 is, when your front of the car meets someone else's front of the car, and you guys are both accelerating, but you're not going anywhere, that is Rule 1, and it's unwritten rule where you're not supposed to leave Rule 1. But I guess Turtle in that instance was like, I could care less about the rules right now. I just want to win.
Yeah, no, it's a tough spot, though, because if he's already, if his fingers are moving faster than his brain can react. Oh, as Cozy P just misses there, but there he is. Turns out breaking the Rule 1 doesn't come back to haunt him, at least for that one.
Yeah, I wouldn't say anything too quickly, because not only do we have the commentators' curse working against us, but the Rocket League gods, they may or may not punish him for breaking Rule 1. But that being said, big goal to tie it up 1-1, and let's see how we move forward.
Yeah, no, it's a double demo off the kickoff. Maryland's going to do what they can to take advantage, but instead that is, we're just calling him Rux for the rest of the game. Rux is there to put the ball back towards Maryland's back corner. Hexy pops it over one, and Turtle gets a little bit of a center, but Cozy P's not going to be able to get there as Bill gets back, gets the clear, goes all the way down, and gets the goal.
Yeah, I mean, you can see what's going on right there, but Bill does a great job to read the player right there, blocks the passing lane, and he just has an open goal right there.
Yeah, no, that one went a little bit too easy for Purdue there. Just the perfect little counter opportunity, in part because they got a demo in on Hexy, and there's another demo on Turtle. Purdue is playing a very physical game, you got to say.
Yeah, extremely physical, demo after demo. I mean, whether it's Rux 6-7 Goat or Plain, demos are just coming from Purdue.
Yeah, no, they certainly are, but Maryland's doing what it can to go back the other way. Cozy gets a nice little second touch on that ball, but Bill is there to get the clear. Hexy pops it up, but no, Maryland's attack is just looking a little disjointed right now.
Yeah, I think Maryland need to take a deep breath, either score a goal, give them just 5 seconds to reflect, and tell them, communicate what they need to improve on. And that's just difficult when you already have to focus on the game at hand.
Yeah, no, you can really tell, though, just from looking at them, that the mood has shifted from that first series against North Carolina, as that is a good save from Hexy, but not a good chance for Maryland to give up. That's one coming right down the center, and that is good from Plain. Purdue gets the third goal.
Yeah, that is, what's it called? Great flip reset by Plain. Absolutely beautiful. Mechanical brilliance, as someone would say, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, and now Maryland is going to be looking to come back from a 2-goal deficit, which it has before, but that's a great fake from Plain, and now it's 3. That is a frustrating way for the Terps to concede. Just a perfect little fake, but then the way he fakes it, he gets just enough momentum to dash past Hexy, pop that one in the back of the net.
Yeah, no, you can definitely see our players were also like, oh my god, what did I just witness? They're laughing, and I mean, that is a good thing because they also aren't letting this loss break their heart, break who they are, and they're staying relentless.
Yeah, certainly not a loss yet, though. There's 1:30 left in this game. Terps are down 3, though. Hexy needed to make that save. Cozy P will try and take it down the court with him, but Plain there to make the challenge.
And also one thing I want to point out is that Plain, he does have the tag RLCS 2024 Challenger, so maybe that highlights that, I mean, I don't know what grade he is, but previous to college, Purdue Esports, he also does have some RLCS experience.
Yeah, no, certainly those challenger level players are legit. We know Hexy was in and around the Challenger Series this year. It's a good demo from Turtle on Bill, but when you're able to get those guys in a lobby, you can see even the skill difference at that level, but that right there from Turtle is exactly what Maryland needed.
Yeah, you guys aren't able to see, but I literally jumped out of my seat when it seemed like, oh my God, or will we be able to come back? Beautiful goal right there, and now it's 2-4, a minute left. Let's hope Maryland can pull this comeback through and tie it, and let's see if we go to OT. That would be huge.
Yeah, no, that would be a very big result for Maryland to get, but at this point, even if you don't win, you just got to finish strong, keep some momentum, as Bill gets a nice little move there, but Cozy P makes the stop. He's got no boost, though, so he'll have to hand it off, and Hexy takes over. Gets 2 touches off the backboard, pops the ball down. Turtle's there for the shot, but Bill makes the save.
Yeah, and right there, we do a good job applying pressure, but at the end of the day, time is our enemy right now. We don't have unlimited time. I mean, it's never unlimited, but now we are in the crunch time of this game, though.
Yeah, certainly 20 seconds remaining. The Terps need 2 goals, and that's a great bump from Bill on Turtle. It's a frustrating way to lose a game, getting your cars knocked around the field, but it's been really effective for Purdue as they look set to win this one.
Yeah, unfortunately, Maryland will have to take a breather, yes, but they will have to reflect on what went wrong this game, how do we improve, and how do we not let Purdue advance to a 2-0 lead, because that would be extremely difficult to come back.
Yeah, Maryland hasn't really lost many game ones so far this semester, this series, this season. There's unfamiliar territory for the Terps. We're going to have to figure out how to respond and fast. What is the biggest thing that you want to see them do differently out here?
I think it's just a matter of, I felt like they aren't playing so much into the passing system as they were earlier. It seems a bit more individuality is trying to shine, and as much as I like that because I know the mechanical brilliance of every single player, I would like to see a bit more teamwork, a bit more pressure, but also making sure to do a good job defending.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, hopefully the Terps don't break any Rule 1s of this next upcoming game. We don't know how much that break from Turtle really, truly has to do with anything, but just vibes-wise, not the way that you wanted to start this series.
Yeah, definitely not. But again, the night is still young. I mean, a potential of maybe 4 more games, including this one coming up. So never count Maryland out, and also never say never.
Yeah, no. You can't say never, but Maryland is going to need a response. If they don't, you can get a little bit closer to saying never as we get going in this one. Turtle makes the save off of Bill's win from the kickoff, but Bill's fast. He gets there ahead of the Maryland players. Plain will be able to keep the pressure up. That's a great center from Rux, but Hexy and Turtle combine to get the ball away.
Yeah, and another thing I forgot to mention before this game is the demos. I mean, you had mentioned it earlier, but Maryland have to find a way to either evade demos or not let demos ruin their flow.
Yeah, Maryland, you got to put together a little bit something offensively, but you can't give anything up either as Rux gets the opportunity, but Turtle gets the open net down the other way. We can hear Hexy screaming, open, 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 and the Terps have opened up a 1-goal lead.
Yep, great communication right there, and look how excited our players are right there. We're racing to that open net. No one in sight except our 3 blue Maryland players.
Yeah, certainly. This is a good start for the Terps, but of course things can go from good to bad in a second. They need more from Cozy P here, whose flick just doesn't pop off. Bill goes back the other way, and he tries for a bump, but Hexy's there over him to make the stop. He gets a quick touch over one, but Payne there to make the save.
Yeah, Plain showing his RLCS experience with a nice clinical save right there, but let's see if Cozy's able to do anything from this angle, and great save by Hexy.
Yeah, Hexy really there to cover his teammates' bases there. Turtle now gets a little bit of a pop. Cozy gets a demo, but Maryland's not going to be able to string anything from that. Instead, ball's bouncing hard right back the other way. Bill goes for the fake, and that's a shot from Rux. Puts it perfectly in the bottom right corner. Then the game is tied.
Yeah, not what you really want as a Maryland team player, but again, it's still 1-1. Plenty game to play. I mean, let's see how we come and follow after that.
Yeah, Terps got really cleared out of the net there. The only one back it's not a strategy that's going to be able to get you the games, but Hexy's there to respond. Put the Terps up 2-1. This game has been back and forth, and that is the response that Maryland needed.
Yeah, Hexy does a great job to kind of survey the area. He sees that Plains in awkward position. He's trying to rotate back into the ball. Hexy beats him with his full boost that he just grabbed, and now it's 2-1, folks, with Maryland. 2-1 Maryland.
Yeah, the Terps are going to need to try and hang on to something for a little bit longer. That momentum is so important as soon as you can start to spark some belief. And there's Hexy with a great save. Turtle puts it the other way. Cozy's got an open net, and he converts 3-1 Terps. 3 minutes 16 on the clock. But already Maryland with a multiple goal lead.
Yeah, I don't even know where to start with this. Absolutely beautiful. Great save by Hexy. Goes to Turtle. Turtle, beautiful lob. Like, honestly, an alley-oop to Cozy, and Cozy does a great job to dunk it right there.
Yeah, that's perfect for Maryland. Just keep the pressure up. Take your open shots when you get them. You didn't get any of them in that first game, but Purdue's given you 2 already, and now Ruck's going to have to come back and make a little bit of a block, but Hexy gets a shot off, and Cozy off the back of the wall redirects that in. That is a great goal for Maryland.
And that right there, folks, is Maryland Rocky League at its finest. Great pass, great finish by Cozy. Sitting at a comfortable 4-1 lead. This is what Maryland can do when everything is going the way they want it to.
Yeah, it's a great thing to see once every Terp is clicking. It's just a smooth game for Maryland. They're able to play much more cohesively as a team. As Cozy goes up there, but playing there for the stop. And now you can just see it in the body positioning as well. Maryland looks like it feels better about itself, but that is not what you want to do in that situation.
Yeah, a bit awkward from right there. Hexy not able to do much. Cozy shouldn't really have gone for that. He's not there to rotate in the back. And open goal left for Bill R. And it's 4-2, but still half of the game to go. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, that's a bit of a tough draw on the kickoff for Maryland there as Purdue gets off a really nice kill. That's Plain just stuffs Turtle, and Rux is there faster for the follow-up and doesn't have to worry about any sort of defending on that goal. And now all of a sudden, 1-goal lead for Maryland with half the game to go.
Yeah, and I mean, the biggest thing was we were just talking about half the game to go, and that goal literally took 3 seconds. And that's big for Purdue, not big for Maryland. But let's see if Maryland's able to respond in a good manner.
Yeah, this is something that we're going to need to see from the Terps a lot later on in this calendar, especially as something like the BEC. Going to need to fight through this adversity, and some of the first adversity that Maryland has faced this season. But now Turtle's going to try and get it clear, but instead Rux is there, but gets the pop off. Cozy tosses it up the top, and Turtle gets it in. That is 5-3 Maryland. That's the most goals that they have scored in a few games now, and the offense just really starting to click.
Yeah, offense is flowing. Great passing. Again, so many of Maryland's goals come from passing, teamwork, and it's just beautiful to see it when it happens at 100% capacity.
Yeah, it's a great flick from Payne off the crossbar, and he gets back to the follow-up from Bill, puts the ball right back in the net. Terps cannot maintain a multiple goal lead in this one. This is just such a tight game. Maryland has to try and at least maintain some offensive pressure. The Terps haven't gotten any of it really in this series. They've been able to score better than they did in the first game here, but without that pressure, they're not getting time to just let something happen.
Yeah, it's frustrating to see because Maryland is playing good offensively, but defensively just shaky at the back. And I mean, not to quote Premier League, but this is very much like Chelsea right now, where they have the offense, but the defense is shaky.
Yeah, but the Terps in blue, they're going to need to keep up the pressure to avoid feeling blue after this one. Minute 10 on the clock. Maryland up 5-4, but Bill's going to get a chance going the other way. Hexy has no boost, but he makes the save. But Luck's there to even the game. Rux has a hat trick now. Terps just have not been able to get the little bounces, the little breaks to go their way as Rux puts it right past Cozy diving to try and make the stop.
Yeah, I mean, my heart rate right now is nearly like an all-time high. Like, I'm watching one thing, trying to relax, like, oh, the pressure's off for Maryland, and then there it goes back onto Purdue. It's just it's end-to-end, no time for any breaks, and just my eyes are glued in this.
Yeah, this is a tie game now with 50 seconds left. Cozy pops it up. A little bit of a toss from Purdue, but Hexy's going to get a chance with this one. That's a great demo of the goalie, but playing there to make the save, so it doesn't matter. Turtle trying to make something happen towards the front, but Purdue gets it away. It's their turn to throw some challenges out.
Yeah, and if you're Maryland right now, you're thinking we have to win this game. How do we win this game? Because if you go down 2-0, then that just makes your evening and night much more trickier than it really needs to be.
Yeah, they're going to need some aggression as Hexy's able to just get back to save that clear from Rux. 10 seconds left, and Cozy P gets the ball past one, but the 50-50 does not go his way. Hexy's up to try and do something with it. Cozy tosses it forward, but we're going to need overtime.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun overtime to watch, and let's see what happens.
Yeah, the Terps getting a little bit of a fortuitous bounce off of that one as Purdue puts the ball the wrong way. It's off the bottom of the car, and Turtle gets the goal. Terps win, tie the series up. Bang.
Bang. Absolutely bang. Bang, bang, bang. I'm sorry. That's huge from Turtle.
Yeah, that's exactly what Maryland needed. Just a perfect little toss. That's where the ball does bounce their way. I mean, Purdue trying to get really aggressive off that kickoff. The car's flipping for it, but it just bounces off in a way that Purdue was not expecting. Maryland gets the opportunity. Just got to toss the ball up there, let Turtle do his work, and with that double tap, he gets Maryland that desperately needed win.
Desperately needed. Now it's 1-1. Now we have a good series. I mean, the series has been beautiful to watch right now, but now we have assurance that Maryland is still in this.
Yeah, no, they certainly are. The first team to get a lead in this game could end up deciding this entire series. This is really a pivotal Game 3 for Maryland and Purdue here, and we will see how they go. Right now, it's Purdue getting the ball in the Maryland zone a little bit as Plain flies one towards the net, but Hexy's there for the stop and two good 50s to clear the ball away.
Yeah, right here, Plain plays it over, and Turtle does not go for that. I think that was definitely a bit of miscommunication right there between, I believe, Turtle and Hexy. Like, who's supposed to go? Cozy unable to touch it, and then I think that Hexy thought Turtle was going to go for it. Turtle thought Hexy was going to go for it, and unfortunately, the ball is in our net.
Yeah, no, just a little miscommunication from the Terps there. That's not what you want to see. This is just... I mean, what is Maryland going to do here? Cozy tries to go for a little bit of a delayed musty. It doesn't turn out the way he wants it to, but...
Yeah, Cozy right here is trying to do as much as he can, applying the pressure, lobs it up to Hexy. Turtle right there, gets the shot off. Two players are there. Two Purdue players are there to save that. However, it's just now, it's on, what's it called? Pressure's applied on Maryland, but how do we break that pressure? I don't know. It seems like Bill might have passed that to Plain, and Plain scored right there. That's a great play by Purdue.
I mean, Purdue is really showing what it can do when Maryland gives them just enough time on the ball. The uncontested pass for Bill and Plain there for a really hard shot. That's tough to save, but certainly a close call there for Maryland again.
Yeah, as things stand right now, I mean, if Purdue end up winning this, they will go 2-1, and they will be on their match point. But also, it just looks like everything's going Purdue's way right now. But at the same time, as Nolan had mentioned earlier, and it's a quite popular saying, it's a 2-0 lead, and that is the most dangerous lead in soccer and Rocket League.
Yeah, it's tough, but that is the tough sort of play that you need to get out of the tough situation, and it's the tough shell Turtle to get Maryland on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and for you guys who may not know what mechanic that was, that is called a breezy flick, executed to pure perfection by Turtle, and that's huge. And now momentum looks like it may go Terps' way.
Yeah, no, Maryland's going to need to get a second goal, but we will see where things go from here. Cozy gets a nice clear past Plain, but Maryland's going to have to try and put together a more coherent offensive effort than that. Plain tosses one all the way down. It's not too tough for Hexy, but these rebounds were produced dangerous, and Bill gets the shot off, but Hexy's great save. Now, what can Maryland do back here?
Yeah, right here, Turtle tries to apply some pressure, gets the flip. Oh my goodness! Like, a bit of luck, but a bit of, not just a bit of skill, beautiful skill by Turtle right here. Does the wave dash off the wall, gets a flip on it, gets the angle, and then bumps it perfectly into Bill for an own goal to tie it up. Turtle doing anything he can to keep Maryland in this game.
Yeah, no, that is a critical goal from Turtle, and like you said, just an excellent bit of skill. A little bit fortuitous that does end up coming off of the Purdue player into the net, but you don't care about luck in Rocket League. You care about the goal.
Yeah, and right here, Cozy does not get the flip. Is he able to lob it up? No, he's unable to. And right here, Bill has the open shot. What does he do? Tries to go for the demo, but Cozy is there to save it.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Maryland's going to have to tough things out, but they can't there as Plain gets the goal to put Purdue back in the lead. That was just a really well-worked play between the two of them. Just keep throwing pressure at the net, send follow-ups, and Plain's there. And just as soon as there's a little bit of a mistouch by that Maryland defender, it's in.
Yeah, I think Maryland just needs to they just can't let the pressure get to them as it has been so far. And what they really need to do is they need big clears. Not big clears, but like meaningful clears. Not just like a big clear and, oh, the possession's back in Purdue's hands, but like they have to stay on possession and keep creating opportunities.
So what you mean is not like that clear?
Not like that clear.
Yeah, and Purdue's going to see what they can do with it, but Bill puts the ball across the net with nobody there to answer. Cozy will have time off the wall, and he goes for a nice musty, but Plain's there to get the stop before there's any sort of a shot off of it. And now Rux's turn to go, but the throw off the wall is too hard. Hexy's there to get it out. Turtle puts it goal side, but Plain's there to make the save.
Yeah, see, this is better from Maryland right here. They're not just giving it up, and they are staying on possession. And what do you know? Nearly the open goal, and right there, there's Turtle. But yes, great job from Maryland to keep on applying pressure. This is what Maryland need to do if they want to win.
Yeah, no, Hexy's doing what he can to get this ball clear, but that's a quick challenge from Bill. Turtle back with a nice little touch. If he even got it, can't tell, but Cozy got the clear. That's what matters for Maryland, and he's going to have to get another one here. He does with the musty.
Yeah, right here, Maryland just need another big, meaningful clear, and right now it looks like it happened, and that's
a beautifully worked goal from the Terps. Turtle throws the ball forward. That's the two veterans combining. Hexy's up there, hopeful, and he gets the ball into the back of the net. Just so much power once you get that front corner of the car behind the ball. Nothing that the Purdue defender could do about that.
Yeah, that's huge when entering the final minute of this game, and let's see what Maryland are able to do right here. Will this game go into OT? Will Maryland or Purdue score, and how does that affect it? And mind you, folks, it is Game 3, and so whoever wins this game will end up with a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, no, Maryland getting a little bit more creative with the passes. Things are going off a little bit better now, and you can see Purdue's just that much more uncomfortable as Turtle almost puts another one in, but that shot's just wide. Hexy missed the challenge, though, so Turtle's going to have to do some defending here, but Bill's shot too strong for him, and Purdue retakes the lead.
Yeah, that's unfortunate from Hexy. Tries to get her right there. Turtle's in a weird angle. Goes a bit wide, but he's just not able to get there in time, and that's 4-3 Purdue.
I mean, Turtle's trying to do what you were supposed to do, get on the backboard for defense, but Bill reads that, and he just tosses the ball as hard as he can into that far corner. Too far away for Turtle to do anything, but 30 seconds left. What's Maryland got?
Yeah, I don't know. Hexy gets a decent 50. Unfortunate for us, that's a good pressure from Plain. Hexy does a good job to play it over.
Yeah, but this one's getting shoved back to the middle by Bill. 10 seconds left. Cozy's working down the side, but nothing happens. Turtle centers it. Hexy's shot is high off the top of the back wall. Maryland is not going to be able to do it unless they can pull something out here. Hexy with a great touch to keep the ball even off the ground. Turtle's turn now, but A deflection off of Rux. Cozy tosses it up. Where's Maryland? Not there. Purdue wins the game.
So close, so close. I mean, great great play at the end, and unfortunate from Hexy where he hits it a bit high. Right there, I mean, it was so close to where that's the position they need to get in at the end right there. They have to keep applying pressure, and unfortunate that the ball hit the ground, but I think if we had more time on the clock, we might have scored, but unfortunately we did not.
Yeah, Maryland just got to get through these little lulls. Again, it's just these tiny moments. They slip off a little bit, they let go of the gas, and it lets their opponents back in. These teams are good at this level. Purdue, of course, a very talented team. They're able to make Maryland pay, but now the Terps, I mean, to keep this great undefeated start alive, you got to win the next 2 games. It's going to be a big ask.
It is a big ask, but also never count Maryland out. Let's see how Maryland reflect on the entire series as a whole. They've lost 2 games, 1-1, and let's see what Maryland does in this game starting now.
Yeah, now Maryland gets a kickoff forward, but Ruck's coming back. Turtle's going to have to try and toss it clear. Gets a little bit confusing for playing with that ball coming off the ceiling, but nothing that's really going to bother Purdue in the end.
Yeah, Cozy right there tries to center it for someone, but he just unfortunately centers it straight to Purdue.
Yeah, now Hexy's going to have the chance to clear off the backboard. He gets a big, strong touch past Bill, and Cozy's there for the shot, and he opens it up for Maryland.
Exactly what I'm talking about. Hexy does a good job to play it over Bill right there. Perfect pass to Cozy. Cozy, perfect placement underneath the Purdue defender, and that is exactly what you want if you're Maryland right now.
Yeah, it's a big goal for the Terps, but now Purdue, we've seen, is able to counter quickly off a Maryland goal, and they're trying again, and Bill does it right there. I mean, Maryland just cannot hold a lead against this team.
Yeah, that's such a tactical play from Bill. He positions himself perfectly for the touch off Cozy P and scores so soon. Not what you want to see as Maryland, but again, 4:30 left in this game.
Yeah, that is perfect from Purdue to get themselves right back in this, and now Lux gets a touch right over Turtle. Cozy P is going to need a good touch, and he gets it to pass it top, but Rux gets the all-important demo to pull Cozy out of the net.
Purdue's just going to Purdue, apply pressure and get demos. That's honestly been a big part of their game style, the big reason why they're winning. Blaine does a good job to isolate the defender and demo in and leaves him open for a shot.
Yeah, no, Maryland just, they cannot let Purdue spend this much time on the ball. They're going to need some more aggressive defending, particularly when you're looking at the shadows. But Purdue, they have the lead right now. They have the series winning goal. They don't need to. There's no urgency from this team. They just get to play calm and cool. Maryland's got all that pressure on their shoulders.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing that you just said, that the pressure, and Hexy scores right there. Maybe, I was about to say, maybe the pressure is what's holding Maryland back. But in this instance, it looks like the pressure did not get to Hexy, gets a perfect placement, and that's 2-2, folks. And we have plenty of game left.
Yeah, this series is very high scoring. Both these teams are very strong offensively, but what is the defense going to do? Can Maryland find a sustained defensive effort? Can Purdue continue to keep Maryland from putting together those team plays? That's what's going to end up doing this.
Yeah, and right there, it goes directly to Cozy, who passes it to Turtle. Open goal. Doesn't have the boost, unfortunately.
Yeah, Cozy kills that one for Hexy to pass to Turtle. The ball's up high, and Bill gets there. Cozy's going to be under it, but Turtle goes. A little bit of a save. Cozy can take the rebound, but Rux is fast to get that one deflected back towards Maryland's side.
But in that instance right there, you can see when Maryland pass with full confidence, with full, we are the best, you know what they can do. But speaking of passing, great pass to Blaine from Rux, and just 3-2 Purdue.
Yeah, I mean, Purdue can do the exact same thing. They have shown that they are as good, if not better, at those passing plays. So much of what they've created has come from the quick 1-2s between teammates, but there's nothing else to say, really. Maryland just has to find a stop and string things together offensively. There are 2 steps to win this game. It's not the most complicated plan, but it is not the easiest to execute.
Yeah, that's well said. I mean, they know what they need to do, but it's so much easier said than done, and that's really what's happening with Maryland right now.
Yeah, Purdue's sending more pressure up for these demos. They're trying to get as much as they can forward, but coming back, it leaves them vulnerable as Turtle gets a few demos that almost put the ball in the net, but just not enough on that in the end.
But you can see right there, it just seems something's off in Maryland's rotation. Right there, I mean, Hexy does a good job to get the 50, and it goes wide right. And in an ideal rotation, there should be a person who's able to score right there.
But that's what you need in rotating the ball, offensively at least, as Maryland ties it up with a perfect little play from Cozy and Turtle. Cozy flicks it up. Turtle just puts it right back down to him. Cozy says, okay, fine. If you're telling me to eat, guess I got to grab the fork and knife.
And pizza, as they have been maybe not eating. We haven't seen them in a while. But, yes, that being said, will Maryland be able to hold on to this lead?
Oh, no. You know, that's a tough question to ask as a commentator. Is maybe that curse strikes again, but that is an excellent play from Bill to just leave the ball, not go for the reset.
Yeah, that's a great play by Bill. I mean, fakes the flip. Maybe he never even got the flip. I'm not even sure. But, I mean, I really need to watch what I say right here because it seems like everything I say just somehow hurts Maryland.
Yeah, Aras, get out the booth. That's all.
Okay, I will have to reach out to my boss, and I'll keep you guys posted on whether or not I'm able to stay for the rest of the stream.
Yeah, well, while he's getting back to you on that, what we have to get back to is how crucial this next goal is. I mean, if Maryland goes down 2 at this point, minute 30 on the clock, you got to think that's all but over with the way that Purdue is able to burn seconds off the clock.
And on a quick fun note and update, I have been instructed to stay here, but I've also been instructed to knock on wood anytime I say something that could potentially harm Maryland. So I will be implementing that starting now.
Yeah, we'll have to grab a little bit more wood to toss in the studio if they're going to keep you around here, Ars.
I don't know, but that's a great save by Cozy. Rux is right there to apply pressure. A minute left. Big minute from Maryland. Maryland needs to score, and let's see what Maryland can do right here.
Yeah, folks, he knocked on wood, just so you're aware, and maybe that helps Cozy stop to avoid the challenge and make the save there. Nice, a little toss for Hexy, but it's a great challenge from Purdue. Maryland's just not able to break past that midfield line, but there's Cozy with a shot, plain saves, though. A little bit better for Maryland, but where is the follow-up? Where is the sustained pressure? Here it comes with Cozy up, but Bill makes the save. Turtle's going to be there to keep the pressure going, but Rux gets above the challenge. He's going to be able to work with playing to get that one back towards Maryland, but Cozy stops it in the midfield. But Bill there to get the ball back towards Maryland's corner.
Cozy over there, not able to get enough power to Hexy, but again, Turtle does a decent job right there, just wide, but Bill's there to save it.
Yeah, the Terps are locked in right now. They've got 8 seconds. Got to get something here. Hexy's going to try, but he can't not get the ball past Rux. That's a great try from Cozy, but playing up to make the save. Got to keep it up. Got to score here. Bill tosses it down. Turtle throws it forward. Plain keeps it up. That's going to be the end of the series as the Terps fall 3-1. What did we just see from Maryland in that series, Ars?
I don't know, and you'd think that doing your research going into this, it seemed that UNC was the stronger team. It really did on paper, but in reality, Purdue ended up being the stronger team. Unfortunate for Maryland, but I think losses are also a big thing. Like in the series, in this entire season as a whole, you can't let this one loss define you. And it's going to be huge to see how they lead on to their next matches and how they advance from this.
Yeah,
especially with BEC right around the corner.
BEC is close. We're just weeks away. The Terps are going to really need to work on, I think, their communication before anything else. Great comms are always really the most important part of any game like this. And Maryland at times there, they did feel just slightly disjointed. Of course, they did get the 3-2 series win over North Carolina in the first set of matches. Purdue here, they lose it 3-1. The Terps split the series, their first loss in a long time, but that's a sour note for us to go out on.
Yeah, it is a sour note, but I mean, at the same time, losses are inevitable. It's not like when you play amongst so many other teams and then fatigue starts to kick in. Mind you, it is the second doubleheader. Maybe or maybe not. That did play a factor in this loss, but again, just I know Maryland. I know their good mindset. I know they're not going to dwell on this. With our coach Teddy and our players and our strong teamwork and team chemistry, I know Maryland won't be defined by this one loss.
Yeah, they certainly will not. But unfortunately for the Terps, this stream will. Before we go, we do have to thank our sponsors. Firstly, the Philip Merrill College of Journalism. They are really great at just helping us have a space to do this stuff. We would also like to thank the University of Maryland's Recreation and Wellness Center for being the driving force behind Terps Esports. And last but not least, PlayWire for all of the work they do. But that's it from us here in College Park. Ours, any last words?
No, I am reading the chat, and I'm just going to say no comment at all. But that being said, I hope to see you guys soon. I believe we do have a stream tomorrow, but Rocket League on Tuesdays, BEC coming soon. Everyone get hyped. Block your calendars for March 6th or March 7th and 8th. If 7th is the first day that we have already qualified for, 8th is going to happen if we advance. And, I mean, I will try my best to stream, but if not, we have a great cast, great crew, and someone will provide a great broadcasting stream.
Yeah, certainly. We will be getting you guys all of the Terps BEC action we can then. But for now, I've been Nolan.
And I've been Aras. And it's been a pleasure, and hope to see you guys soon. Goodbye.